AskReddit by Detective Bennett. If you had to marry the first person you slept with, how different would your life be? I did. We just celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary. Us too, we're closing in on 50. Given that the first woman I slept with is now lesbian, I'd either be someone's beard or, more likely, still trying to recover from a divorce. Ross, is that you? He became addicted to crack and then jumped off a building due to his mental health downfall. He was a really nice guy otherwise. So, I guess I'd be a widow? Jumped off a building downfall. I'll tell you in a few years' time. An optimist. I'd be in prison for murdering my mother-in-law. Q. What's the definition of mixed feelings? A. Watching your mill drive off a cliff in your brand new car. I would be a widower. She was hit by a truck when she was 18. Edit. Holy crap. I didn't expect to get this much attention. To reply to a lot of you, no, I do not drive a truck, but thanks for the laughs. Fuck dude. She is a librarian in Norway. I am a lawyer in America. One of our lives would be drastically different. He was a lawyer. She was a librarian. Can I make it any more obvious? I did exactly that. It was amazing. Until I found out she was cheating on me with at least 4 other men. That I know of, it was probably more, over the course of a couple years. She left me for one of them and I finally came to terms with it last year and have begun feeling happy on my own again. I feel you. My finances daughter showed me all the messages from the multiple other men she was entertaining. Broke me into bits. Still shattered really. Edit. Thank you all for the support. It's really not an easy time right now and I greatly appreciate your kindness. Fucking miserable. Yup. I read the prompt and immediately said oh god. Gross. Out loud. Shit would suck. Wait, you mean you don't have to marry the first person you sleep with? Oh man. I actually did marry the first person I slept with. She just turned out to be really cool. Exactly the same. Edit. Thank you everyone who shared your own stories and asked sincere questions. While we married the first people we were intimate with in this way, I do want to share it wasn't exactly intentional and it isn't terribly important in our relationship. It's simply how things worked out. For some people it's really important, but if it isn't to you then I think that's fine. There isn't one cookie cutter right way for a healthy and supportive relationship to form, develop, and be maintained. I think our longevity has more to do with both of us constantly working on our communication and self-reflection skills, learning to curb our egos or take space, and respect space, when we can't, and staying together because we want to not because we feel like we have to. Being in a relationship wasn't a life goal, but maintaining this one has become one of the things most important to me. Same here, almost 40 years together now. I think he's a cult leader or in a cult or something so very different. Last time I tracked him down about 8 years ago he was doing these classes on spiritual healing using chakras and shit. This is after he failed out of chiropractor school. How the fuck do you fail out of chiropractic school? I actually did do that. Regret was the result. I actually did that too, but it's worked out. Here we are 42 years later. Mine was a rapist. So I'm guessing my life's significantly worse. Same. The whole how did you lose your virginity thing friends do can be a real downer if I'm asked. That was the plan. She was the only person to accept me for me. We could not have been happier together. Then, on the 2nd of December, 1987, she died in my arms. I don't have any memories of the next couple years. I somehow graduated college and have gone on to a fulfilling career. I didn't find another to love like I did her until 1999. She understands that there will always be a place in my heart where Kim lives on. This September will be our 22nd anniversary. R.I.P. Kimberly K. Speakman. You will always be loved. This is really fucking heartbreaking. Even though it was a while ago and you're happy now, I'm so sorry this happened to you. I had a friend die recently 2 days before he was going to propose to his girlfriend. His family lives abroad, so she was the only next of kin that could make arrangements here. I can't imagine having this whole life planned and then it's gone in an instant. If you don't mind me asking, how did it happen? Well, he's a gay man and I'm a straight woman, so I'm not real sure how that would have played out. He was bi at the time. We were in high school in the early 90s. Mine's a gay man, too, and I'm a straight man. Okay, not totally straight. Actually I did. Divorced 4 years now, lol. Sorry man, at least you realized it should end, though some people drag it out forever. I'd be single again. Poverty and abuse. Not that I'm much better off, but at least I'm not tied to an abusive drug addict. He was my first love, and even after we broke up, I'd often fantasize that we'd eventually reunite and get married someday. We're both married to other people now, and I am incredibly happy with my current partner of 18 years, but every once in a while, I still wonder how that would have worked out. Similar to this. He actually reached out a couple of years ago and it was like going back 10 years time. I did marry the first man I slept with, my HS sweetheart. Life is good. I married the first woman I slept with 31 years later, still in love. I'd be dead. The amount of people who relate to this gives me the shivers. Deleted. I read this a serial killer. Well, I'd know his last name at least. I'd be miserable, he was such a jerk. I would be married to a gay man and he'd be married to lesbian, so, pretty different. It was that bad for you guys, eh? A terrible, horrible, no good, very bad time. When it happens I'll let you know. I was V until 27. Don't know your age, but hang in there. If I can find love, anyone can. I did marry him. Been together 23 years, married almost 18. We have 3 teenage kids now. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Sorry to hear. I hope things get better. I'd be a millionaire, but I'd have HIV. No thanks. Magic Johnson was your first?